recording, fine. But I want you guys to think of, right, routing. What is routing now? Okay, understand that part before we're gonna write some code. Okay, routing. So routing, anyone, what is routing? So the routing is the process of selecting a path for traffic, right, in a network or between or across multiple networks. But in our web development, same thing, like routing, you move from one page to another page, right? You can move from different pages, right? That is called routing. In React, we don't have built-in routing component, right, or functionality. So we use React Router DOM, the library called React Router DOM. This is the one, right? Okay. So how the routing, I mean, I think with this definition, it should be clear, right? But, let's go to XLS and try to draw quickly, okay? So let's imagine, right? This is our website and you have the navigation bar here, correct? Then you have some like a component, right? Not component, link to click. Okay, you have the link to click here. You want this will be home page, maybe home, right? You're gonna have here about. So just imagine this is the page, a different page, and then you have the footer here. That's what we're gonna do, right? So just imagine you have this nav bar always stay there, okay, and footer always stay there. When you click home page, you get this home page, right? Home page. Only this page change, only this change, correct? When you click about, this will change to about. The content in the middle, right, will change to about. You have maybe other products, contacts, whatever, right? Only this change. I don't want to change this or this, okay? Normally that's how the React websites will be. So let's try to achieve this goal, right? So we're gonna have the navigation bar, you're gonna have all these links and all that, right? We're gonna create that. First thing is how to install the library, right? So that is you can find in the website also here. If you go to the getting started, right, tutorial, or maybe here, okay. So it says install, right? You can install the Vite latest, what we have done started already, and then after install this npm install React Router DOM, right? Okay, so we can do that. I'm working here, so I'll just install that. I hope I'm the right, yeah, -react, right? -react, yes. So we just install the React Router DOM. Let's check now, right? Inside the package, and look at here. This is the library, React Router DOM, okay? Now we can start creating. After we install this library, we can import some functionality, right? So just look at this design, okay? This design, right? I mean, we have this one and this one always there. So it will be better, right, to like get one common root, maybe root file, right? Route, okay, a root file, a root page. Put that there on the top and this on the bottom, and then display this, right? That's the idea, okay? So let's go and write that one. What I will do is I'm just gonna maybe, let's see how our structure is. So we have app here, right? This app is moved to the main here, okay? Main. Fine. So main inside app is inside the main, right? All right. So what we will do is in the source folder, I'm just going to create one file, right? Call it maybe root.tsx, like that, okay? And React arrow function, create export. So this will be our root folder, right? Root folder. So here we're going to create the nav bar and all that. So for now, let's leave it like this, right? Let's do one thing, okay? Before we create separate folder, right? Let's add here something called nav, like that. Simply think of root like a main page right now. And here will be maybe the link, like ul with li, right? And a tag like that, right? And maybe you go to the home page, home page. So similarly, you're gonna have a couple of link, maybe route like that, okay? About, maybe contact, and maybe let's see products like that, okay? So here slash products, that's how we put, right? Slash contact and slash about. The localhost 3000 slash about and all that. Maybe this is just a home page. Fine. So after the nav, right, you have the top on the top, then you have the something called nav here. Not nav, but let's add a footer, right? Footer. Just put a footer here. Call it, this is footer, right? And we want to display things in the middle, right? Like that. But let's, leave it for now. Okay, we have this root. The next thing is creating the route, right? Route. So how are we going to create route now? The route, this is just the this will be just our link, right, for the navigation. But when you click that, this will be the route, right? We're going to move this route. But in the main page here, right, here is the app. Let's see, I think we can just add it here, right? So we have to import, let me see, we have to import create, what is that? Let me quickly check here. So we have to import router, right? Okay, I just want to let's see. Here is all the path, right? And then in the app section, we adding all that, like a nav, outlet, and all that. Okay. So we can do it in anywhere. It does not matter. See, important is this one, right? Create browser router. Okay. Create browser router, right? First thing, what you will do is just import that. Import create browser router from React Router DOM. You can do that. So what this does, right? This help us to create the router, right? How? Let's see, what is the error now? This value never read, right? Fine. Const, let's call this router, right? Router, R-O-U-T-E-R, right? Router equal to, and we're gonna have this create browser router, right? And then inside you will pass this array, right? And with the object like this. Fine. Router. Next, one more thing you're gonna import, right? Call it like the let's say, what is that here, right? The name router provider. You have to import that. Router provider. This router provider will be used to pass this router, right? Here. This is the main, okay? Look at the rendering, right? This is the main where we are passing the app, okay? But now we're going to delete this and pass that router provider component, okay? And then you're going to call router equal to this new router, right? Router. That's it. So that's the and then we have to close, of course we have to close this component, right? So that this error will be gone. Fine. I'm just doing something different. I mean, it's same thing. Either you can break down in different pages, or we can just add it here, right? It should work. Now we have app also here. We have to import a couple of things, right? So let's start adding. So see, inside this object, right? Inside this object, you're gonna create all the routes for your navigation, right? So the first thing, let's see, we have the route here already. Some routes, right? So I'll just copy this one. Just copy this route, right? Couple of routes from here. So inside the object, you know, okay, see normally how it works, right? You're gonna give a path like this, path. And let's go back. You're gonna give path, colon, and let's say this is the root route, right? And your element will be, element is the what? The root is, the main element is your app, right? App. So let's give the app there. App like that. App route, okay? Done. Just by doing this, right, it should work. Okay, we should get in the root route, we should get this app, right? So let's see if this is working or not. Okay, first confirm, right? And then we're going to start adding the child routes, and once we have done that one, then we're going to create our navigation. Okay, but this is the first step we can take place. So I want to run the server, npm run dev, right? Go to the local host and check now. So see, this is working already, right? We get the whatever in the our app file. Okay, let's look at the app here, and you see whatever we see here, right, is displaying already. Okay, so now that's working fine. So let's keep moving to the next step, right? So what I'm going to do now, we're going to start adding the pages now, right? Different page. So see, all the page, right, need to go from where? From the app, right? From app. Let's see, little bit, because we are adding everything to the root, right? Root. That will be the navigation. We have will be outlet here, right? All the page will be here, and then okay, let me check quickly, right? Let me see, because this is little confusing. Okay, so because we added in the route, right, and get the app there, and then inside app you can create navigation and all that. Okay, fine. So because we are adding this within our page, right, we're not gonna need that root. Okay, either we can keep it outside, right, separate page, or you can delete that root also. So okay, just leave the root for, we're not gonna use the root for now, right? Let's leave it, unless we move all this, okay, this logic to the root, right? And then, you know, just bring that root here and pass it, right? So we are just passing here. We can, you know, the root will be, this will be our root now. So the next step is creating the children, right? Children route. So it will be again object, no, I think array, right? Will be array, and then inside you're going to add the object. So again, same thing, element, let's give the path, right? Sorry, the element will be something like a maybe about, correct? So we don't have about page yet, we're going to create that. And before that, we can add a path here, path. So the path can be what? Like about, call it about, right? Like that. Fine. Separate with why is giving error? So it says expect comma, right? We don't have about, we have to create that. So we can have like path, many path now, right? Maybe you have products, 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 like that. Let's put product here, products. You can have contact, right? Let's put the contact here. Okay, and what else we can have? For now, let's leave it, right? Three path. So each object separate with comma, right? No. Array, yeah, because it's the element of array, so it will be separate with comma, correct? That's fine. In array, we separate element our data with comma, right? So we must put that one there. Now the point is this pages, right? So let's create the what I will do. I'm just going to create one folder, right, called pages, or maybe components, and then inside here, let's call it about.tsx, like that. React arrow function, and we're gonna inside here we can add like p tag, or maybe let's add heading one, right? Heading one, and we call it this is about page, and maybe you want to add paragraph. Please get full details about us, something like that, right? Fine. Then we have the product space. So PRODUCTS, products.tsx, same thing, right? You can have heading one, let's call it products, maybe paragraph, something, right? Fine. And then we have what product, let's see what we added, contact, right? Contact. So we're gonna create one more page here called contact.tsx. Fine. React arrow export, right? And then we're gonna have heading one, contact, and in the paragraph we can maybe put like, please keep in touch with us, right? Okay, so we got all this page. Now in the main we can import, right? Let's import that. So because we need all this component, right? So let's import, no problem. Import what is that? About, same thing, we're gonna do import a products, 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 and import contact. Fine. So we have all that page done, right? Okay, so we got this page done. Now we can try, right? It should work, it should work. Let's go back here in our browser. See, we don't have place to click right now, but if I go /about, right? About. Why not? Okay, something is maybe not working. What is that? Okay, let me put the slash right here. About, products, and contact, right? So /about. Okay, did not work, guys. Why? So router, we have router, we pass this router right here. We have our app, right? And app has a children. So about products, contact, and we still getting to the, okay, so we still just displaying the main page, right? Contact. Oh, it's just not moving. Let's see. that's the root route, right? That's the root route, slash about slash products slash contact, and then we have element to just switch, right? I mean, these, okay, this will not change, I believe, because we have not added this page right inside here. That's the thing. Okay, let's go back now. What I'm gonna do, I'll just clean up this, right? Just clean up this, and I will tell you why it's not happening. Because remember, we have make a child of this, right? Child of this. So how are you going to display the child? So there is something called import outlet, right? Outlet from the React router DOM. Okay, and then return, right? We have to return, of course, the component returns something, right? We know that. If so, let's say this is a nav, right? For example, this is a nav. Call it maybe link here, right? For example, then you're gonna have footer in the future, right? Footer, and here we're gonna put our outlet, that component, right? We just import. So now check. So you have link, you have footer, and we are in the contact route now, right? So if I go maybe let's say, what was this is the home page, right? This is the home page. So in the home page you don't have any content, right? You don't have any content yet. So that is just the, maybe we can add, right? We can add something there also. I mean, the way we can design is, if there is home page, right, slash should represent something like a maybe home page. Let's call it here home, right? Home.tsx, and this is the home page, right? So we have to import that and just add it there. For example, go back to the main, import home like that, right? And here slash path will be slash yeah, so slash, an element will be, I mean, this is the app, right? Okay, I think how are we going to manage that? So there is something called the main element, right? Also, or we can make it main path like a slash home. Okay, let's leave this one, right? Let's not get more difficult one. But I know there is some way to display all the main page, right? And then you're gonna have this what do you call that? The child, like these are the children. Okay, unless we design with the roots and separate everything, I think that should be better idea also. But let's understand easy way, and then we're gonna move to that one later. So we see this outlet now, right? It's time to build the navigation and footer section. Okay, so that we can, when you click, right here, let's see, slash home, this is the error page, right? There is page not found. Slash about, yeah. So let's build the navigation bar first. Okay, let's do that. So what we're going to do is, now this is our nav bar, correct? So how we build the navigation, right? Remember, in our Next.js we use link tag, correct? So same thing, React router DOM give us the link tag. Why? So that the page will not refresh, right? You don't want to refresh the page. Okay, so that's why here what we will do is we're gonna just maybe, I mean, we can call the UL like that, right? Something like that, and list item, and inside you're gonna have link. Okay, and this link gonna have two attribute, right? And you pass the I think, yeah, we pass the path like this. So let's call it what we can call this, contact, right? Or maybe about. So will be about, and here you type about. Okay, Now we can just copy couple of times. So how many route we have? We just copy, right? And then you change to products, and then you change to contact, and here we can pass contact, right? Contact. So let's delete this, no need. So now if you go to the app, right, you're gonna see all that. Okay, so can we quickly, like, design this, like style it? Yes, we can do that. We don't have the, what do you call that, we don't have our Tailwind installed, so you can install Tailwind and use that. For now, what I will do, I have the global CSS somewhere. So the here, right? Okay, so let's delete this. Okay, let's maybe, yeah, let's delete, right? Let's delete couple of things. Maybe we don't need background color. Let's keep it white. And also the text is white. No need, right? Because there is no color. You can take that out. So you see something like that, simple enough. What I will do, I'm gonna select UL, right? That's the parent. Or let's do the nav. Okay, nav, and give a background, right? Background color of gray, maybe some like gray. Add some padding, right? Padding of top and bottom, 10 pixel, left and right, maybe 30 pixel. Correct? It looks something like that. And you can remove, like, reset also, right? We don't have reset here, so what we can do is just select the body, right? Or maybe star. What is star? Here, margin 0, padding 0, right? 0, like that. Okay, so the next is our what? UL tag. UL, correct? Display will be flex and give a gap of maybe 30 pixel, right? Like that. Okay, now you have link tag and all that, right? Remember, even this link, the link tag converts to what? A tag in the browser, right? I will show you here. Look at this. The only difference is, it helps to navigate without refreshing the page, right? That's why we have to use that given link tag from the React Router DOM. And also in the Next.js, same thing. So in the root div, inside the nav, ul, li, and you can see the A tag here, right? Look at that. Even we put link, but browser only know A tag, okay? Browser does not know link or whatever, right? It's compiled to the real HTML. So if I click contact, you can see page is not refreshing, right? My route is changing here. And the content is also changing now, right? So footer is there, navbar is there, only the things in the middle is changing. So that's how we add the navigation, right, in our React project. This React Router DOM is much more complex, right? A lot of things is built inside already, but most of the time what you're going to use is like a, like this, maybe get some information as a dynamic. If you have something like a, let's go to the product, maybe product like 10, right? You want to get this number 10 ID or number, right? So that you can fetch data of that product, something like that. So that is the dynamic route. We'll see how we can get that also, right? I think, and then here, how you're gonna navigate, or let's say which one we selected, right? How we can make some kind of a style, like active nav. So let's do one by one. Let's go back here, right? Okay, first let's add some more CSS. So li, you can remove the list style to none, right? And then A tag, you can give it what, text decoration to none, right? Save, and it should look like that. Okay, you can have like a color, right? Change the color of the A tag to maybe purple. Okay, so it's okay, it's working. Next, let's add the active link, right? So to add active link, I believe there is something called nav. We have to use the component called nav link, right? Nav link here is the one. Okay, so we just like we pass the class name, right? And we just have this active. I mean, this is the property we get, right? In nav link, we can have the callback function with that active is pending or active, something like that, right? So yeah, so we can pass that one. Let's try that. So we're gonna pass the caller, right? Caller property, or maybe yeah, just call it caller, or maybe bg call, right? Like that. This will be the class name. So let's call it bg call, right? And we're gonna give background color to maybe background color, I believe red. Fine. So whichever is active, right? Gonna have the red background, and add some maybe padding also. Padding of maybe 5 pixel all around. Okay. We'll see how it's work, right? So we have to go back to our main here. No, not that one. What is the app? The link, right? So we need to get that nav link. Okay. Just import that, right? Nav link. Change this with the nav link now. You can do that. That is still with more advantage now, right? Nav link. So here you can apply class name. Call it class name, right? Because this is React. And then you add the callback function, and you get this active. I think it will be here, right? Is CTIV active. Okay. Or maybe what we can do, right? I mean, with just this structure, basically we can add like event here, and then we're gonna just call e dot active, right? If that's true, I don't know what is the let's see. Okay, is active. Sorry guys, that's is active, right? Is active. Okay. If that's true, then you're gonna change the class name, right, to bg color, correct? Else we're gonna make it empty, right? Fine. So now it's complaining. What is complaining? Okay, let's say nav link. There is two link. We don't need that. Yeah. So we have to do same thing, right, for all. Just copy that. Excuse me. Just place it. And also change this to nav link, right? Because that only work with nav link component. If you don't want to use that, I mean, there is other different method way, right, doing the same thing, but okay, fine. So let's try now, right? See if this class bg color is changing or not. So in the CSS, bg call, COLOR, make it like that. Same to our class name. Go back here and see this is active now, right? If you click, you can get this active link now, correct? So that is also working. So how we can add let's say dynamic, right? Dynamic route. How we can add that? Let me think of here. What is that? This is our first. We have to like add the route, right? And we have to always remember whatever route you have added here, you will be only able to create the link for that one. I mean, you can add the link, right? But if you don't have a route here, the point is this one is moving. Okay, this one makes the content, this content, right, or this products display inside the app here, inside this change here, right? This is the only one changing. Okay, that's the point to understand. So for example, let's say just add one more, right? Call it path to maybe sorry guys, let's call it path to what, let's call it user, maybe user. And here, right, we can add element, and we're gonna call, so user colon, right? Maybe we can have username. Let's try to get username. Okay, so dynamic route will be something like this. I think slash, right? Should be, yes, should be slash. Okay, user slash username. So this will be dynamic route, right? Colon, remember user ID, what we had in our the API, right, last time, and then we get that ID from the browser link, right? Same thing here also. So we're gonna call our component, new component called user. Okay, fine. So we have to get that right. So inside the page, let's create user.tsx and the React arrow function. This is the user, right? User, and then inside, gonna call it h1. This is user page, and h3, the user name, right? Username is, and you can pass the variable here, right? But what variable we're gonna get? So to get something from the route, right? Okay, before that, let's add route also. Okay, let's go to the app page here, and in the last line now, right here, this one. So this link I'm gonna just copy and make one new route like this. Now I have the user route, correct? So I'll just make it user, and here I call it user, right? User. For now, if you look at the user route, let's delete this and check now, right? Let's try to check. So there is something wrong. Let's see what is the mistake. Somewhere maybe I have. So that's the user. Fine. I did not import yet, right? I did not import the user. That's the problem. Import user. Okay. Save. So first you're gonna create a route, like you just set up the route, right? And then you're gonna add the link. Okay. And also when you set up the route, you must have that page or component. And then you're gonna add the link to wherever you have, right? Maybe in the root, you're managing with the root, or if you're just using this app right here. Okay, so that's how it works, right? So let's do this. Okay, so I think let's check now. Let's go to the browser and check. Okay, so we have click on user, and this is the user, right? But we did not get the user page. We did not get, right, user. So why? So let's check again one more time in our main page here. See, it's looking for the something like a user slash something, right? That's the route. Okay, user slash something. So let's do that. User slash maybe dev, right? You see, we are here now. That's the route. Okay, but how are you going to read this part now, right? That's the only thing I was like, main point is to explain that part, right? So in our user component, you have to import something called, I think, a use params, right? Params from the parameter. Use params. Use params from React router DOM, right? Okay, and then you're gonna like a user equal to use, sorry, use, right? use use params. Okay, that's the function. So now you have access to that user, right? So you want to display here, just curly bracket and call that variable user. So what is this now? It's not assignable to type React node, right? So this is a string. We can just call it maybe string, just pass like that. Hopefully that should work. So still complaining. A read only params string is not assignable to type React. Why is that? Use params const user, right? Use params and use params. So it will return the let's say params, right? Okay, so this will be use this. Okay, what is this returning? Okay, one second, guys. Let's check now, right? Const not const. Let's do console log, okay? Because maybe this is just returning object. Yeah, I think that is object, correct? Console.log, right? And you can check, sometimes not sure, just check it, right? Just console log and see what data we are getting back, right? So if we go to the console now, right? And see, we're getting object, that's the thing, okay? And inside the object, we have username.dev, right? Okay, so that's why the object, you cannot pass the object directly as a string, right? That is not allowed. Okay, so we have to get the string out of the object. So const, let's call it params, right? Like that, equal to use params. And then we're gonna just use that here. Oh, on the second one, right? Params dot username, okay? Username, right? Username. We have that username. Save. Now check. So we have see dev here, right? If you change this, this is a now dynamic route, okay? If you change here robot, right? So see, we get this robot here. You have access to that one. So that's how, we access dynamic route. Hello, anyone saying something? Okay, so now, these are the few things, right? You can, use and try to get this. At least you can build this navigation simply. You can build that. Like how you gonna build the error page, right? So let's look at here. If there is any error page we can build. Create browser router, right? Okay, that is what we are using. So that's the root element, and there is children. I don't know where is that error, maybe, right? Let's see. So any route, like for example, let's do it. Let's try, right? Without knowing, let's do that. Let's say I have this error, simple error page, right? Error page .tsx React, and I'll just have something like let's call it heading 1, right? And we call it, this is error route, right? Or something like the error page, okay? Page. Please go to correct path, something like that, right? Even you can import the link and add the path to go, but because we are displaying this within that, within our route, right? So, any error page, any link which is not inside, it should just go to this path, okay? So let's try. Let's go back to our now. So we have to build the path for the error page also. That's the point, right? So how are we gonna do that? So we're gonna build as a child. Yeah, so because we're gonna display within that page, right? So let's do that. Here, path, I think in the React router DOM, I believe they use just the star, right? Any other route maybe, okay? If something is not here, right, then that will be the star. And when any other route, we're gonna just call that error component, okay? So let's import that here. Import error page, and we're gonna just run this error page, right? Like, okay. Now let's try. So, and for that we don't need, we don't need to put in our route, we don't have to put here, right, like error, click this error page. So only thing is, let's say I just go here 12, right, and look at that page. This is error page, please go back to the correct path, right, like that, okay? So you click, I mean, we have that message still in the user, right? Okay, that's fine. Product, about, and if you go to any other, things, that's the error path, okay? But anyway, that's how you, add the error also. Please just work on this. Just quickly look at the routing, right? See how easy it was in the Next.js, you just create the folder, project folder, and then that is your route. But you have to use React Router DOM in order to build this, right? So what you can do is, right, just maybe follow this one, right? Try to follow this. Create separate route, right? Separate page, and then add all the routing right there, okay? And in the app, right, you're gonna put the navigation, the outlet, and footer, okay? And yeah, so in the root, next is you import this root, right, in your main.js. Look at here, so that you, and also the router provider in the main, right? And just call that route inside here, and the work will be done, okay? Just try, just to keep it separate, just try, okay? It will be more better, right? So I will stop here, and please, you guys can continue.